this is my modded PSVR2 headset. It's modded for ultimate optical clarity, ultimate audio clarity, ultimate tracking. And by the end of this video, you're going to know whether you should be considering some of these mods. Maybe they're for you, maybe they're not for you. I've learned quite a lot of quirks along the way, and I'm really excited to share them with you. And yeah, modded PSVR2 helmet. Should you be running mods on PSVR2? There are pros and there are cons. Now I'm going to start here with this audio thing on the side. Might be wondering what that is. This is the Ants Lion Modmic audio microphone that they sent me, and I use this when I'm making videos when I sit over there. I'll show you exactly how it works. It clips on magnetically to your headphones, so you have like a little magnetic thing that is a tiny 3M pad, and it clips on. And I've made videos where I've recorded all the audio, not through this mic, but for this mic, and some people think it's even better. Now I've got a few different headphones here. Here are the Astro A50s, I think to say 850s on it. Yeah, these have what is regarded as quite a good microphone on the side, but still the quality of that microphone is just not going to be as good as a standalone microphone like this. It has different audio patterns, has like an omni pattern, like a focus audio pattern. So anyway, that's kind of the weirdest thing on the helmet. So I wanted helmet PSVR2 headset. So I wanted to show you that first. If you want to have the best quality when you're playing Pavlov or playing multiplayer games, then do have a look at my videos there and you can see the audio quality. Now we're going to look at this. What is this thing? This is a tiny infrared light. And it has a one button on the side, and it has a tiny USB-C port here. So basically I can thread the cable through and run it to a battery pack. I could probably even get a tiny battery and clip it onto the back of the headset. This has actually helped with tracking. We've seen the videos earlier. You can see that when the room is completely dark and you turn this on, that the infrared cameras pick up this infrared light. So if you are struggling with tracking, you can mod your headset in this way. Tiny infrared light. Now some people say it's better to get an infrared floodlight, and you just flood your room with infrared light, because this one is going to be bouncing light and then it's going back into the camera. So different ideologies there, but I've just attached this one here, so when I'm in different parts of the room, I always know that I'm going to be getting infrared light back in the camera. It's bouncing off whatever. I don't need to move a floodlight around. So this stays with the headset, and if I go somewhere traveling with it, I can just plug it into a battery pack and I'm going to have the infrared light. So infrared light, I've also done a video on this that you can check out as well. Now on the inside is where we get to optical clarity, and this is very interesting. And I'm going to say stuff that might be a bit controversial. These are prescription bespoke lenses. Let me take them out. Here they are. This is what they look like. You can see, whoa, look at this. These are prescription lenses because I normally wear glasses, but they're also anti-scratch blue light. Now, even if you don't wear glasses, I think there are benefits to having these in, potentially. The first thing is I now never need to clean and wipe the PSVR2 lenses. And every time you're cleaning and wiping it, you run the risk of scratching it. And that's because when these are locked in, it's not a vacuum, but basically there's no way that I can smudge or get the actual lens of the headset dirty. So all I do is, every so often I take these out and I wash and wipe these really thoroughly and quite hard, because they're a little bit more disposable. So these take all the wear and tear of the wiping and everything, so they're crystal clear when I put it on. The PSVR2 ones stay crystal clear. These just snap on magnetically. Now you do lose a little bit of field of view. If you look at my review, these are VR wave lenses, and I've also run advertising on the channel for a few different of companies that make the lenses. I do think they narrow the field of view ever so slightly, and I think that might be because it's sort of moving the lenses up a couple of millimeters closer to your face. That's my working assumption there. But what you gain in terms of if you're a glasses wearer is well worth that, because you have to no longer worry about scratching your lenses. And let's be honest, if you're wearing glasses, you're not going to be pushing your headset back on your face that close anyway, because you really don't want to scratch the lenses. So that trade-off is a little bit kind of, maybe a little bit of a red herring there. But if you're a glasses wearer, these are absolutely insane. And just to show you again, if you... Oh, hit my monitor there. Can you see on the right-hand side? I'm terrible at this. Hang on, where's the light? Jesus Christ. Use this opportunity to like and subscribe if you want. Now, see that one there? The one that you can see, I'm going to now clip it on. I've got to rotate it and put the R in. So it's snapped on now, and now you can see there are two of these lenses, so they look pretty much exactly the same. They just sit a little bit further, and there's a gap in between the lens you put in and the lens behind. Now, should you consider these modifications to your PSVR2 headset, I would say if you wear glasses, 100% consider the prescription lenses. I really wish there was a way to try them out, but watch some reviews of them, and I can say these ones, they match my prescription exactly. I think they're about $60. I have a few affiliate codes as well. There might be in the bottom of this of this video that can save you a little bit extra cash as well. But for my opinion, wearing glasses, I'm wearing contact lenses today, and I think ultimately, because of that field of view, contact lenses probably still edge it, but for the convenience factor, you can't really beat these. Now, for the infrared light, it's questionable. I feel like there was a software update where they improved the tracking on this headset, because the tracking on this headset got really, really, really bad, and I made quite a few videos on it trying to work it out, and we did all sorts. This infrared light did help a little bit, but in terms of tracking, this is kind of a last resort. There are easier things you can do with tracking just generally being well lit, but I like this one for the mobility. And the Modmic wireless, I would say it depends really if you want to have that very good audio quality. Do you really want to be the clearest person in Pavlov, or are you streaming or making videos? If you're streaming or making videos, I mean, streamers, if you don't have one of these in PSVR2, what are you doing? Because it's so good. You also don't need this microphone very close to the cameras, which is not good for the tracking. So that depends on the use case. But if you're a general PSVR2 player, I've got a couple of, they're not really mods, but they're things that I use. I use this fan. I have it always. This is amazing for just feeling fresh. I think it probably helps with nausea as well. So if you don't have a fan and you're feeling sick in PSVR2, especially as in the Northern Hemisphere, we get in summer months, definitely consider a fan. Hopefully you've got a fan lying around, or you can get fans quite cheap. And the other thing is, you got to clean those lenses. I'm telling you, this just happens to be the ones that I buy. I don't know if they're really any better than other ones, but I happen to buy these ones. Clean those lenses. I guarantee if I went round to your houses and you're not cleaning your lenses, I'm going to take these out and be like, how on earth can you see? I'm someone that has to clean my glasses a lot because I end up cycling and stuff and everything gets dirty. These get dirtier than my glasses because you're properly in there and things get smudged and everything. So clean your glasses with lens wipes. I think it's an absolute travesty that they didn't include any of these lens wipes in the box. I think it's a madness. When I bought PSVR1, they included it. So let me know what you think about my mods in the comments. Let me know if you've got any mods as well that you think I should be trying. There's some other companies that have got in touch and want to send me stuff. But otherwise, PSVR2 mods, I'll see you next time.